They will? Oh, good.
They are. All set?
I think so.
I'm calling to order our January 12th meeting, Select Board meeting. We are all here and present. And let's see. Do we have sound? Okay. All right, we'll start right off with the town clerk report.
Okay. I just wanted to make a couple comments on the AP warrant that you have tonight. The EcoMaine invoice went up a little bit from last month, which is from December, which makes sense around Christmas time, so that's probably correct. And we also have a few sand invoices to pay for this warrant. Dwight Mills, I think we have 3 invoices for Dwight Mills, 2 for Secocas Road and 1 for Maplewood. What is included is there is an invoice with a surcharge for $500 for Secocas Road. I did include also a letter that I drafted up to include with Dwight Mills' payment, indicating that the surcharge is not the town's responsibility and they have to charge that to the contractor. So if that sounds okay to you, I will put that right in for payment so they can bill.
Okay,
Bill.
so the letter's here and you're going to grab that after too.
Yep,
Okay.
if you'd like to sign it, you can. Up to you, so. This week, I did talk to MMA. 2023 tax foreclosure notices are going to be going out by Wednesday. I was going to do a reminder notice, but I talked to MMA, and the best thing to do with these is send them out closer. They're basically 45, 30-day notices. They are sent registered mail and also regular mail. We're going to send them out earlier because last year we had a problem with some bounce checks. So lesson learned on that, and we're going to send them out earlier than the 30 days. 30 days is kind of like the deadline, so we're going to send them out by Wednesday so we don't run into the same problem. We did get a response from the auditor and also a lovely invoice with their response. Ron Bullio and Company from Portland, Maine is our auditor. And they included an invoice right before their response to me that they received the information that I sent. They charged us $325 for a phone call that Jen and I made, just basically asking where they're at and what they need. They also charged us another $390 to respond to a select board email. So moving forward, I will not be contacting them on basically sending them information that they're requesting. These fees are ridiculous. I've never seen the auditor in Baldwin didn't do any of this. So it just makes you not want to really work with them or ask them any questions whatsoever. They're just going to get the exports, and I'll wait to hear from them and respond to them as best I can. They did indicate that they want a 1-day turnaround for all data inquiries on their part. That's not going to happen. I can't turn things down in 1 day. There's no way, not with this office and everything else we have going on. So I will get them the information they just asked for by Wednesday because we have foreclosure notices to get out. So Chris Sanborn from Motor Waves is coming out tomorrow for various IT needs. Hopefully we can get a game plan after Chris shows up tomorrow, which is going to be great. Thursday, January 15th, 2 p.m. I have a meeting with Jonathan Cohen, the Senior Relationship Manager for M&T Bank Government Banking. And the main purpose for that meeting is to understand why our interest rate is continually dropping every month. So we need to understand what's going on and how we can move forward. And just a reminder, next Monday, January 19th, we are closed for observation of Martin Luther King Day. That's all I got.
Tell me again what time M&T is coming in?
2 o'clock.
Okay.
Thursday.
Thanks, Danielle. I will make a motion that we approve the agenda as written for tonight.
I'll second.
All in favor? And let's see. minutes. I have the minutes here. Another motion that we accept the minutes as written.
Second.
All in favor? That's good. Oh, there you go. Here, we got another one.
You don't want it in here. Need to just leave it in here.
Why not? I think it was in here. So, yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Well, it says not, you weren't here, I think, I bet. You were out last Monday.
No, I just watched your meeting.
You could sign mood. Meeting. Sounds good. So we have our bills to be paid that Danielle talked about. The warrant totals $27,416.90. Eco Maine, water, salt and sand, treasurer, Eastern Propane. I might make a copy of that bill for the energy auditors. Lawyer Dwight Mills for the Sand Secretary of State. Okay. Leases. I'm just gonna keep them all together like that.
Did you see the email regarding low usage at the Maplewood Sand and
I have no
Salt
idea
shed?
what that was talking about, right?
Never seen such a thing. Didn't know what that meant.
We get them all the time from CMP.
Yeah.
Get them.
Okay, I didn't know if a light was
I've
out.
seen one come in before.
Does that mean a light is out or something?
Could be your lights out. You might have had a power outage for that day, for a day, something like that.
Okay. So nothing to really be concerned about. Okay.
I get them too on certain properties we have, usually commercial properties.
Okay.
If we have higher usage.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Okay. Ads. An ad did go into the shopping guide today, advertising the 20-hour part-time position for a select board administrative assistant. Anyone interested can send us a resume, job descriptions online, but it's a part-time position Monday through Thursday. Do we have reports? Yep, we do report for the month of December. There was 85 calls made. 79 of those were covered by Sockopee. Mutual aid was given for 6 of those. 25 runs in Cornish, 19 for Hiram, 30 for Parsons Field, 12 in Porter. Top reasons for medical calls, 29 medical calls, followed by falls, crashes, breathing problems, and a few others. Average response time to arrival at scene was 13.2 minutes. That's the Sockopee report. Meetings, nothing this week. I believe, oh yeah, that's right, because we were closed last Wednesday, so planning board didn't have their workshop, and they're meeting on the 28th with the public hearing. Abatements, we have a couple of abatements to give. One because the property was assessed with a house, but there was no house on that particular property. Rebate in the amount of $3,464 and some change. Another abatement was that the building itself was demolished before April 1st for $657.33. So please review and process. All right. Six. There you go. Our new assessor, I think, is doing a great job. He's here and he's working through quite a bit more than he expected, I think, to work when it comes to the tree growth in the different properties. There you go. the notes from Bob? Kick ass.
Yeah, if you want to put it right on, that'd be great.
I'm gonna stick those in with the warrant, okay? Updates, carpet installation, you wanna handle that one, Sadie?
So the town hall is back in order. The carpet installation is done. I let him in Sunday for a final walkthrough and cleanup. I think they did a great job. It looks bright and clean.
Really bright.
Smells great. Makes the building look a little more modern. And hopefully that's the end of this.
Yep.
Once they come by tomorrow to hook up the stove,
Right.
that you started working on with Paul, then the kitchen will be back in order and we can get back to business.
Well, that'll be great. It's good. We have a rescue meeting update. Aaron, you were there with me as well. You wanna touch on that?
Yeah, met with select boards from all the neighboring towns, went over the upcoming budget because a lot of other towns, their budget process starts now. So Sackley Rescue has put forth a budget that all the towns will be voting on. Some changes in the hours have obviously caused some increases in the costs. But we'll see. We're kind of patiently waiting to see how it goes in other towns and to see where it moves forward. They did invite us to come to their regular monthly meetings, so they put that invitation out there. But yeah, similar to the meeting we had a few months ago now, where concerns over the go forward for Sackley Rescue and being able to continue to support that service and I don't have any other takeaways really.
Yeah, I think what they did was they increased the hours of on-call time and increased their paramedic numbers. So that increases their, personnel costs, which is the biggest cost that they had this year, which is understandable. And you got to keep and retain people. Some of the meetings were about the increase in the budget itself, and then they were really concerned that didn't continue year after year after year, and they wanted kind of an okay that they wouldn't increase, and that was, they had projected a budget for 20, this will be for what, 26, right? And so they
Right.
projected a budget for 27. I think that was like maybe a 14% increase over that, so we'll see. But that will be voted on at our annual town meeting, and I'm sure the budget committee will have a good chance to go over that as well. Keyser Falls Fire Department held a meeting with Porter and Parsonsfield to discuss the need for a new truck. They have they call it Engine 1, and I think it's 30 some odd years old, and the cost to repair the water tank that broke is almost more than buying a new truck. So that was one of their issues that they have, and they have been talking about buying a new truck to the tune of anywhere from $700,000 to $1 million. And that is a cost that's split between two towns. They didn't have a lot of creative ways to come up with the money, but I think it's just the town needs to know that this is going to be before us in our meeting in September. So there you have it. It's an expense. Everything's going up. There's tariffs on steel that have really, I think, increased the cost of a fire engine too. That's what the chief talked about. Auditors is on our updates. I think Danielle pretty much touched on some of the issues that we're having. With the auditors, we are only working on 22, and I know there's many towns across the state that are behind on their audits. One of the things that is an issue when we don't have a current audit is that the town can't apply for bonds, and that would be one of the ways that we could fund another fire truck, but that's not going to happen. And it may be that we need to look at, once 22 is done, that we look at another auditing company. get some bids out there. I didn't see anything in our contract that said we couldn't.
I thought it was signed until 25.
It's kind of like an agreement engagement letter.
Okay, that would be great.
Hi, here's another update. The town met last fall in the amount of $64,000, and we have not completely spent that, but the first part of this grant was for an energy audit for developing a municipal energy plan. When we met, I think about a year ago, what folks were most interested in was solar for the town to either offset the cost of this building or at least be able to offset the cost to the community. So a company called Energy Efficient Investments did an energy plan and pretty much focused on the Fred Morrow building in terms of how we can make it less costly to the town by winterizing, weatherizing, getting, cooling more, and like bringing it up to date more evenly with heating and cooling. It was interesting. There were many, many updates that they recommended. And at some point, probably at the end of February, we're going to bring this to the town. We're going to advertise it as maybe a workshop or a coffee hour that folks can come in and listen to what they've recommended for updates. A lot of them we just can't afford, but there's so many things like the heating units that don't work right. We don't have cooling capabilities, and they've made a bunch of recommendations for, it's called a variable refrigerator flow or something in terms of a new heating system. Anyway, it was an interesting meeting, and more to come on that in February. And we are, I think everyone knows that we had a second flood, right? We had the expansion tanks burst. Those need to be upgraded. Part of an energy audit would be to upgrade the expansion tanks to something that's more efficient. And there is another grant round coming up, I think, at the beginning of February. We could get $75,000, which would probably cover an upgrade in our expansion tanks for as many as we need. I don't think we need the 4 that we have now because we're not a school anymore, but that's another thing that we can bring up with the town too. Where do they want to spend that money? And I think that's about all I have to say. Anybody want to go over any of the workshop items or good? Anything that you
No.
have for workshop stuff? Okay. Well, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor? Thanks, everybody. Don't forget, next Monday, we're closed for the holiday. Thanks.